Today we're going to continue talking about the law of cosines, and one of the things we can use is called Heron's formula. Now Heron's formula says this: the area of a triangle in which you know all three sides can be found by using this equation right here. Square root of s times s minus a times s minus b times s minus c, where s is this amount right here, 1/2 times a plus b plus c. So let's look at an example. So example 7 here gives us this triangle, and it says that each side is 45, 51, and 38 respectively. Now the nice thing is when you know all three sides, it doesn't really matter which one's A, B, or C. So I'm just going to say that 45 is A, 51 is B, and 38 is C. And again, you could change that up, no big deal. It doesn't really change the problem or the answer at all. So first we have to find S. So remember, S is 1/2 times A plus B plus C. So A is 45, B is 51, and C is 38. I just put that in my calculator, and I find out that S is 67. Nice even number. That's nice. So now that I know S, I can put it into Heron's formula, which said that the area is equal to S times S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C. So let's just plug in the numbers that we know. So S is 67. 67 minus 45. 67 minus 51. And 67 minus 38. So I just put those numbers, and I can actually type it in just like this into my calculator. And so just simplifying a little bit farther, I find out that that's actually the same as the square root of 683,936. And so, again, I put that right in my calculator, and I find that the area is approximately 827 inches squared. So, not too difficult, actually pretty easy if you know all three sides of your triangle. So here's a couple guided practice problems right here. X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Same thing, A, B, C, doesn't really matter. Find S to begin, and then you can use your Heron formula to figure out the rest. All right, so there's different cases where this might help us out a little bit. Remember that when you're looking for the area of a triangle, it's always 1/2 times base times height. So if we look at an ambiguous triangle, 1/2 C times the height H. And so height H is actually the same, now that we know the law of sines and cosines. The height is actually the same as B times the sine of A. And so we can replace that, and we actually find that of any non-right triangle, or right triangle included, the area is actually this formula, 1/2 B times A, or excuse me, C times the sine of the angle A. Okay? So we end up getting this concept right here. So if you know two sides in an angle, and the two sides are not across from the angle that you know, you can actually find the area of any triangle. So let's look at this one right here. It says find the area of triangle GHJ to the nearest 10th. So the nice thing is if I say that this is side A and this is side B, and we know the big angle C, okay, we can actually use that formula right there. So the area is equal to 1/2 B times A times the sine of C. Now we can plug in the numbers that we know. 1/2 times B is 10, A is 7, and sine of 108 degrees. I put that all in my calculator, and I find that the area is approximately 33.3 centimeters squared. Here's a couple guided practice problems. Feel free to use those and to practice using this formula